Hi Dee. Hi everybody. I'm just got out here. I'm out by the Cryptid ranch. You can see on the ground there's some raindrops. You see in the sky. It's not a super wonderful day out. It just started to rain here, but it doesn't look like it's going to do too much. The rain is actually moving off in that direction. It's, that's where the thunder is happening. It already passed us. It'll be a few hours before Dee gets out of work and gets here. You can hear the raindrops coming down through the trees. She's going to meet me over here tonight, so I guess I'm going to figure out if my phone is semi-waterproof. I think it's a 3-meter waterproof. Maybe not one raindrop, but I'm supposed to be able to drop it in a puddle. Now many of you will recognize some of these places. This is a daytime view. That's the tree where the possum was, where the thing was underneath it looking for it. And then eventually it came across the road and was coming up the road this way after her. Right there is where she walked through, and in here was something running amok in another shot. A lot of stuff happens down through here. This started out 94 degrees and I think 94% humidity. There's some thunder. Rain's going to cool it down just a little bit, I hope. Maybe knock down some of the smoke from Canada. What's up? Got some.
Rain will begin at your location around 5:30 p.m., continuing off and on over the next half hour.
Rain will start at 5:30 p.m. It's already raining. Not so much under the trees, but looks like we're going to get about a half an hour of rain. And the rain is very, very warm. I'd have to say that the rain is in the mid-70s up. That was right there in the field. Between the flash and the bang was less than a second. I don't know if I've said it on the channel before, but when I was younger, I got hit 3 times by lightning in my life. It was all around the time I was 10 years old. The first time I was watching a lightning storm come in over Lake Ontario, and always there was this one bolt of lightning way out in front of everything else. And I hadn't seen it in a while, so I looked up, and fork lightning just covered the entire sky, and in a split second one just came down and touched me right on top of the head. But luckily I was standing on top of a sand dune, and sand is not a very good conductor of electricity, so all it did was knock me out and singe my hair. I woke up and the whole rainstorm was over with. The second time was the same summer, about 3 or 4 weeks after that, I was afraid of lightning back then. Of course, it hit me once, right? So I was booking it home on my bicycle, and I went through a big mud puddle, and lightning came down and hit the front handlebars between my hands and right in front of my face. And I don't remember anything but a bright flash. And then I was sitting in the mud puddle watching my bike pedal away with my sneakers welded to the pedals. That was quite something. I didn't get zapped from that one, but I think that one scared me more than the one that actually hit me. I'm feeling pretty good now. See if I can hurry up and get over here where there aren't any raindrops on the ground. There's enough trees over the head. There you go. You can see it's coming down pretty good right now. Now I am that cryptid came down the road right here. The one with the like the Asian eyes cryptid down the road right there. She's seen them out in the field here and out in the field over there. She's heard them a lot right in here. Not necessarily Bigfoot, but all kinds of different cryptids. And right down around the corner right here, there's a bridge. And if you remember, that dog man came up the edge of the bridge and stood by the side of the road right there, just around this corner. And I think there's a portal underneath that bridge. Bridges throughout history have been known for that kind of thing. Always talked about the troll under the bridge and that kind of thing. Wow. It's definitely cooling off, but that rain is nice and warm. I'm going to get soaked. So I'm going to put my phone away so nothing happens to it. But there, yeah, there's the first video. Bye. Hi Dee. Hi everybody. It's my number 2 here. It has now stopped raining. The sun came back out. No more thunderstorm. You can see it a little bit off in the horizon that it's going away. Nicer day, but right there is the barn. And the Cryptid branch barn. And of course I have it zoomed in now. That's pretty much what I say. Right there. This is the very end of the barn field where they plant things mostly for the deer to eat. I'm not sure, this year I'm not sure what they have. Or they're testing something inside this fenced off area. Not sure exactly what kind of a buffer zone they are purposely made there. But they must be testing something. You know, last year that very back corner back there was winter wheat, clover, and radishes that they planted back there. Looks like they also planted something this year, or it reseeded itself. I'm going to stick you up over my head. That right there is slightly taller than me, so that tree right there. The rest of this stuff is about between waist and neck high. Pick you up a little bit. Let's see. So you can see almost what I'm seeing. Nice and slow. Now it was very hot today, like 95 degrees. And over in there where you're seeing that mist come up, that is warm water on very hot ground coming up out of the trees. I don't know if that's far enough down to be the river, or if that's just out in the trees that is happening. Haven't seen any peekers. I've been waiting for D for a few hours now. Through a rainstorm. And all the rest of it. It rained pretty hard. Then there was a rainbow thunderstorm. You saw beginnings of that one. But it got a lot worse. It forced me back into my car. Change my clothes. Yeah, we're at the Cryptid Ranch today. Now that is what the phone normally sees. And if I go out to 4 power zoom, 3.7, 3.8, 4.4, 4.2, close enough. That is roughly the size of everything. When I look at the screen and I look with my eyes, that's roughly the same size as everything, so it's about 4 power. Zoom on the camera, so you're getting more of a depth perception in real life than if I had it zoomed either way in or all the way out. It looks like it's way double as far away than it really is. Or triple. Get it back to somewhere close to 4. That. Yeah. I was hoping after the rain came and the sun came back out a tiny little bit for an hour or so. I was hoping something would walk out in this field like they did last time for Dee and Angie. I'm not sure if this was the same field or not. But I think they were walking down this laneway right here when they saw that out in this field over here. Either that or they were down this laneway. Or they weren't in the Cryptid Ranch even, I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure that Dee is much more happy that she had Angie at that point than me. She would not have been able to keep me from walking straight at it. Not aggressively, but walking over there so I could get a better look for sure. No doubt about that one. There's my car down there. Pointed out everything else. Right. That's that tree, so that's that tree. That is the possum tree. And she has seen a lot of stuff in the corner, right behind this hedgerow. Right behind this hedgerow is a point of an open field. It's not as open as this side. There are trees growing up in it. But that field comes to a point, stops right here. And she has heard a lot of stuff in this corner. Seen a lot of stuff right here between me and my car. So that's where I decided to hang out after the lightning storm. I'm not sure if you can hear all the birds and stuff in the background down by my car. The thunderstorms have really kicked that stream up. So I'm trying to stay away from that sound. Very happy to be back out here. My house is now completely sold, got the money for it. All the signing is all done. Now I'm officially a one-house owner again. My house that I just sold has bought and paid for my house in Maine. So I am super happy. Living the dream. And if I didn't have dogs and cats that weren't mine to start with, but they are now. That's what happens when you have kids and wife doesn't live with you and you have a house in the country. You end up with all the animals. But if I did not have fur babies, I could stay here for a week or 2 weeks till he got sick of seeing me. But I have fur babies to go back and pick up. I was going to bring the boys with me, my 2 Shih Tzu Yorkie boys. I planned on bringing them, but Mommy said she missed them a lot, so she is babysitting them back in New York. So I had to drive through there to get here, so she said she would watch them. There'd be a lot less stress on them anyway, otherwise they would be stuck in my car for lengths of time, and I would have had to probably rent a hotel room. Just to keep them more comfortable. It's so hot. During the day, Dee's working and everything, so it was just me roaming around. But today, 94 degrees, there was no way that I was going to do what I normally do and just go rambling through everything to get my eyes on it and show it to Dee. Because there's places like back behind the barn and the big field way back down back of the barn. And I was way down in the back of that field. Behind the barn is actually back behind the patch of corn that she has found. I've been back in there, but there was no way I could walk around. Plus it was pouring down rain here and there. I got caught in that. You saw that. I don't want to get caught in that out in the middle of the field. Eventually I got afraid that it was gonna drown my phone. Or that I was going to get hit by lightning again. Not afraid of dying, but being hit by lightning and being out in the woods where nobody knows where you are is wouldn't be my favorite thing if it didn't kill me. But there we go. It's sun is starting to set. I would imagine Dee's going to be out here shortly. And I'm glad that the rain stopped. It's kind of pleasant out here. It's a little bit muggy, but it's just low 80s, maybe 82, 83 degrees. We should have a good few hours right after dark. She wants to go down the path down here that she hasn't been in, and she wants to go investigate the corn again. So I will sign off and I will talk to you all later. Bye.